What if you heard about a $2,000 check, but no one explained the truth to you? Right now, millions of seniors are seeing headlines and videos claiming new payments are approved, and most people don't know what's real and what's not. Some say the White House has approved $2,000 checks. Others say low-income seniors are being prioritized. But here's the problem. A lot of this information is confusing, incomplete, or misleading. If you don't understand what's actually confirmed and what's just talk, you could be left waiting for money that never comes, or miss real updates that truly affect you. In this video, I'm going to break it all down slowly and clearly, who this applies to, what has really been approved, and what has not. No hype, no false promises. If you depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or live on a fixed income, this channel is made only for you. While other channels chase views and spread rumors, we focus on real updates that affect your money, your benefits, and your peace of mind. So before we begin, subscribe and stay with me. Because here, we make sure no senior is confused, misled, or left behind. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening with the $2,000 check claims, and why the truth matters more than ever. What if you woke up one morning expecting help that everyone online was talking about, only to find out nothing showed up in your bank account? That's exactly how many seniors are feeling right now. Over the past few days, you may have seen headlines, videos, or social media posts saying the White House has approved $2,000 checks and that low-income seniors are being prioritized during a late-night shift. For someone living on a fixed income, news like that can bring hope, relief, and a sense of security, but it can also bring confusion and stress when the full story is not clearly explained. That's why I want you to stay with me, because in this video, we are going to talk calmly and honestly about what is really happening, what has been discussed, what has not been approved yet, and why it matters so much for seniors who depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or other benefits to survive each month. Right now, many seniors are struggling more than ever. Prices for food, rent, medicine, and utilities keep going up, while monthly checks often stay the same. For some people, every dollar already has a job before the month even starts. So when people hear about a possible $2,000 payment, especially one that may focus on low-income seniors, it feels like a lifeline. That is why these stories spread so fast. People are not sharing them to cause harm. They are sharing them because they want relief, they want answers, and they want hope. But hope needs to be based on truth, not rumors, and that is what we focus on here. Let's talk about where this story started. Recently, there has been a lot of talk coming out of Washington about new ideas to help Americans who are struggling financially. Some White House officials and political leaders have talked about possible payments, sometimes called relief checks or dividend payments, that could be funded in different ways. In some of these discussions, low-income households and seniors have been mentioned as groups that need help the most. That part is true. Seniors on fixed incomes are often the first to feel the impact when the economy changes. However, talking about an idea and officially approving payments are two very different things, and this is where many people are getting confused. When you see a headline that says White House approves $2,000 checks, it sounds final, like the money is already on the way. But approval in the United States does not work that way. For federal payments like this to happen, Congress must pass a law, funding must be approved, and agencies like the Treasury and the IRS must be given clear instructions. As of now, there is no law that has been passed approving new $2,000 checks for seniors or any other group. There is also no official payment schedule, no confirmed eligibility list, and no start date. That does not mean help will never come, but it does mean that no one should be expecting a deposit right now based on these headlines alone. The phrase late-night shift has also caused confusion. Some people think this means checks are being processed secretly overnight, or that payments are already being sent out after hours. In reality, this phrase has been used to describe late-night discussions, meetings, or political negotiations that sometimes happen in Washington when lawmakers are trying to work out ideas or budgets. It does not mean checks are being printed or deposited while people sleep. Unfortunately, the wording makes it sound more dramatic than it really is, and that can lead to misunderstandings, especially for seniors who are just trying to keep track of what's happening with their money. Now let's talk about the idea of prioritizing low-income seniors. This part of the discussion is important because it shows that policymakers understand who is hurting the most. Seniors who rely on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI often have little or no room to absorb higher costs. Many are choosing between groceries and medication, or between paying the electric bill and filling a prescription. So when leaders talk about focusing on low-income seniors first, it makes sense. But again, talking about priorities is not the same as approving payments. It is a sign of where attention may be going, not a guarantee that money is already coming. One of the biggest dangers of these viral stories is what happens emotionally. Some seniors see these videos and start planning around money they believe is coming. They may delay paying a bill, postpone asking family for help, or feel ashamed when the money does not arrive. Others may feel angry, disappointed, or even scared. That emotional toll matters, and that is why it is so important to slow down, take a breath, and look at confirmed information instead of rumors. You deserve clarity and respect, not stress caused by half-truths. This channel exists for that exact reason. If you depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or if you live on a low or fixed income, this space is for you. We are not here to chase views or make exciting promises that are not real. We are here to explain what is actually happening using simple words, so you can make decisions based on facts, not fear or false hope. When something is officially approved, you will hear it here clearly. And when something is still just talk or a proposal, we will tell you that too. It is also important to understand how misinformation spreads. Many online videos take a small piece of truth, like a discussion or proposal, and turn it into a final announcement. They use strong words like approved, confirmed, or happening now, because those words get attention, but attention does not pay bills. Accuracy does. That is why you should always ask a few simple questions when you see news like this. Has Congress passed a law? Has the Treasury or IRS made an announcement? Is there an official government source confirming payments? If the answer is no, then it is not approved yet. That does not mean seniors should stop paying attention. In fact, it means the opposite. It means staying informed, but doing so carefully. Economic pressure on seniors is real, and leaders know this. Discussions about relief, benefits, and financial support are happening because people are speaking up. Change often starts with talk before it becomes action. But until action happens, it is important to protect yourself emotionally and financially by not relying on money that has not been officially approved. Another reason this topic matters is trust. Seniors have earned the right to honest information. Many of you have worked your entire lives, paid into the system, and followed the rules. You should not have to decode confusing headlines or worry about being misled online. When information is clear, it brings peace of mind. When it is confusing, it creates anxiety. That is why I want to be very clear with you today. As of now, there are no $2,000 checks that have been officially approved or scheduled for low-income seniors. There are discussions, ideas, and proposals, but nothing has crossed the finish line yet. So what should you do right now? First, do not panic if you were expecting money and it did not arrive. You did not miss a payment. There was no secret deadline. Second, continue managing your regular benefits as you normally do. Your Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA payments continue on their regular schedules unless you are officially told otherwise by the agency. Third, stay informed, but choose your sources carefully. Look for information that explains both what is happening and what is not happening. Looking ahead, it is possible that new forms of relief or support could be proposed in the future, especially as economic pressures continue. If that happens, there will be clear steps, official announcements, and detailed guidance. You will not have to guess. You will know who qualifies, how much is being paid, and when. Until then, the best thing you can do is protect yourself from disappointment by understanding the difference between discussion and approval. I know this may not be the news some people were hoping for, and I understand that disappointment. Wanting help does not make you wrong or greedy. It makes you human. Seniors deserve stability, dignity, and support, especially in uncertain times. My promise to you is simple. When real changes happen, when real money is approved, and when real help is coming, I will explain it to you clearly and honestly, without confusion and without pressure. Thank you for spending this time with me and for trusting this channel. If you depend on Social Security or live on a fixed income, you are not alone and you are not forgotten. We will continue to watch these developments closely, separate fact from rumor, and make sure you always know the truth about your money, your benefits, and your future.